Good morning, friends. Welcome to Crochetmas Day 2. I am so happy you guys are back. We had so much fun yesterday. We made a toddler size crafty boho Santa hat. I'm going to send this to my friend that lives in Florida for her 2-year-old, but I have to wait until Crochetmas is over because I'll use this to talk about it in pictures and such. So I might try to get it onto a different toddler before then, just so I can take a picture of it. I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated on Instagram. Speaking of keeping you updated, I did send an email this morning around 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with a poll in the bottom of the email. We talked about changing day 9 from a crochet Addie Bear Lovey to potentially a Gracie doll purse, this size, a little bitty boho bag for that gal, or taking this pattern and making it into a Christmas tree, minus the faux fur ball and brim. That was one of the other suggestions. So if you did not check your email this morning, hey, Christina, it is there, and I would love your feedback to let me know which pattern you would like to do. I feel like the Addie Bear will take us 3+ hours, and I really try to keep these under 2 if I can, but I'm going to let you guys make that decision, and you can vote. Oh, Jamie voted the Gracie purse or Christmas tree. Awesome. If you are on the Crochetmas VIP list, the poll is in your inbox. If you are not on the Crochetmas VIP list, you're going to want to go to this URL right here and sign up, because you're going to get all kinds of freebies. Yesterday's freebie, we gave out some wrap labels to exclusive pink Christmas Crochetmas wrap labels. Today's freebie, if you didn't check your email yet, is a coloring sheet with a hamster on it, a little Christmas hamster. You got 2 versions. It says Merry Christmas on the top. The first version is without a border, and then the second version is with a border. Sometimes Ava, my daughter, gets overwhelmed when she sees small things like this, and then she doesn't want to color the whole page. So I made 2 options just in case other people feel similarly. I like the little bits. Hopefully I'll get a chance to color this today. I asked Ava if she wanted to color one for an example, and she was like, no, thank you. And I was like, okay. So we might do that later together. It'll be fun. But these are coloring sheets that you can use to give with your little hamsters. So today we are making little hamsters that were designed by Miranda of Crazy for Crochet Mama, number 4. All of her information is in your inbox as well. She uses Parfait Chunky, but I think today we're going to be using a worsted weight yarn. And this is going to be what it looks like. I'll show you my other camera angle here in a minute, but it's going to be very super cute. And this size is great for a keychain. Didn't realize we were going to be twinning it up this morning. So if you've got a little one in your life that's obsessed with keychains like I do, I think this would make an excellent size keychain. There's all kinds of ways that we can tweak this pattern though, and I will go through them with you during the video. Let's get down to business. We have a live free resource for you guys today. If you go to acraftyconcept.com/gumdrop, you will get the ad-free PDF for, I forgot, maybe the Santa, let's see. Yes, the Crafty Boho stocking. So these are the Claire stockings. The original stocking that I created in 2019 that looks like this hat, but it's a stocking. You will get that ad-free PDF, absolutely free. You can download it. Oh, thanks, Christina. You can download it, put it in your digital folder, print it off to put it in a physical folder. Just get it downloaded and saved, because after this live is over, this will disappear. This will no longer work. The link will be turned off. So as soon as this live is over, that's the first thing I do is go turn off the link. So grab it now so you don't forget and so you don't miss out on the freebies that you get just for showing up live and being here today and making Crochetmas as fun as it is, because it would not be fun if it was just me sitting here talking to myself. You're welcome, Britt. Christina did say that she's been having to check her spam folders to find the Crochetmas emails. I think, Christina, if you like favorite them or add my email to support@craftyconcept to your contacts, maybe that won't happen as much. But if you go like somehow tell your inbox you want to see these, I think that will help. Yeah, definitely check in your spam folders, Jamie. It's spam, promotion, and junk. There's 3 potential folders they could go in. Carrie said she grabbed the PDF. Welcome. Oh, Mackenzie has joined us today. She's going to be helping me keep it clean over here in the inbox. Oh, Lila said hers was in the promotions folder. That one can be sneaky. So check all of your folders. You're welcome, Deborah. Okay. I think that is all. One other announcement really quick. If you are making the things along with me and you want to share pictures of your progress and all of the things, you can use hashtag Crochetmas 2024 and we can all follow along with one another. And I think it could be a really fun way to see what each other is doing. A couple people posted pictures and videos of their Santa hats. I tried to share them to my stories. I will keep doing that throughout the 10 days of Crochetmas, but thank you for sharing and tagging and using the hashtag so that I can see it. I think it's going to be a really fun time. Was it for the stocking? The freebie is for the stocking today. So if you go to craftyconcept.com/gumdrop, you can get the Crafty Boho stocking pattern absolutely free. I can't give out this pattern because it is not my own. It is Miranda's. But I decided yesterday to give out a different pattern on the days that I don't do designs that are my own. So freebies for all. Merry Christmas. Yay, you're welcome. Heather, I've not heard that. Heather said, isn't Instagram doing away with hashtags? I haven't heard that. It doesn't mean it's not possible. I had a meeting with Meta like maybe 6 months ago, probably less than 6 months ago. Around the time that I was crocheting around Daryl, my deer/moose, that's when I had a meeting with Meta on the phone, and they didn't say anything to me about hashtags going away. They said to use just a small number of very specific to the content that you're posting hashtags. So like 8 is what I've been doing. But if they're going away, they haven't said anything to me about it. I haven't seen anything about it. Okay, let's dive into today's pattern. Boom. I've already showed you our little guy, but here he is again. This one is that one that Miranda made, and it was made with Parfait Chunky. I'm sorry, don't get car sick. Parfait Chunky yarn, very cute and squishy. And then we have this one that I made with worsted weight yarn last night in preparation for today. The pattern on my blog also has a variation to make bunny ears if bunnies are more your jam. And then I wanted to show you this one. Isn't it cute? This one was made with number 3 weight yarn. It looks like I did his ears a little different. Maybe I didn't have the pattern on me at the time. But I gave him a little embroidered nose, and he's got little safety button eyes, safety eyes. This one has them too. I forgot to grab them for today, but I will grab them at some point during the live so I can add little safety eyes. If you don't have safety eyes, you can use puff paint, or you can embroider eyes. You can do the iron-on eyes. Plenty of options. You could use actual buttons if you wanted to. It'll give it a quirky look, but you could still do that. I will be hopefully using my safety eyes if I can jump up and grab them out of my closet without being too interruptive. This one was also made with a safety nose. I have safety noses, but it is not good for this size. They're too big. It looks crazy. So I just did like a little T, or I guess a Y shape for this nose. I really like this one though. I think this might be what I do today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play along with it and see how we feel. I'm getting warm this morning. Let's go ahead and go over what we need. You can use any yarn and hook size combo that you want to make these guys. They are very versatile. You can use little scraps and make it stripedy. You can do like faux fur yarn if you're comfortable using that yarn. I'm not going to do it on camera because we did that yesterday and it was an exercise, that's for sure. You can use textured yarn. It's just let your creativity flow. Go through your scraps, go through yarn that you've never used, that you've had for 6 years and you're ready to get rid of, because this is the project for that. And they turn out so cute. Oh, that's nice, Heather. Oh, I will be posting more Nutcracker, I promise. Glad you can make it, Creative Treasures. By Heather. So I guess you're Heather. Sorry, should have kept reading. Okay, I'm going to be using this. I decided very last minute. There was like 45 seconds till we go live, and I was like, I'm going to use this one. I think it could be fun and cute. I haven't decided if I'm going to try to make intentional color changes or if I'm just going to go with it. He might be solid, the middle color. Actually, maybe we'll just start from the outside. No, that's the color I did yesterday. Similar. I'm going to pop that thing out of there. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, so mine will probably be this color, but in a little bit of a different orange. Oh yeah, these would be fun. These are fun little orange colors. We'll see how we feel. We might do intentional stripes, we might not. Okay. How we doing on the music? Yarn barf time. Is the music too loud? I moved it closer to the microphone. So if it's too loud, I can move it around. Okay. My polyfill, forgot this yesterday. Side note, this polyfill came from the knit and crochet kits that I did a review on a couple months ago. It was in a pink box. I can't remember the name of the company now. And yesterday was my first time opening it. This stuff is silky soft. It feels like the fur from a golden doodle after you cut some of it off. Like, it is silky. I've never felt polyfill like this before. My polyfill is not, that's very, very soft and silky and smooth. Okay, and I will be using a G 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. Clover & More brand is always. If you've never used a Clover & More brand hook, 10 out of 10 recommend. 'Tis the season to ask for them for Christmas. They would make excellent stocking stuffers. Apparently it's a thing that mom's stocking never gets anything. So tell your husbands and your family that Clover & More crochet hooks is what you want in your stocking, because they're the best hooks on the planet, and it will change your life, and it will change your crocheting. You will be faster. You will be more cleaner. You will be more uniform. It is a good time. 10 out of 10. Okay. Got my yarn here, my little mess. This is a fun color. Now we're going to get started. I can barely hear it as well. Okay. So is that good? We want it just in the background. And some of the songs are a little bit louder than others. So I think I'll just leave it like that for now. Barely hearing it is good. Okay. So like I said, this is Miranda's pattern. I went ahead and just kind of print it off so I can follow along here. Oh, Mackenzie, you might want to see if she's got the PDF for this and post a link to it so people can buy it if they want to. You can go to my blog, Mackenzie, to this blog post, and then see if you can find the link to the PDFs and then share it in the comments. I should have had that ready. I didn't think about it. So we're going to start with our main color. It says this is written to make it like this with a stripe on the belly. I don't think I'm going to do a stripe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to go solid. I'm just going to keep it together and go solid. I will say that when I made this one last night, my color changes are not as uniform as I'd like. And I was looking at my book from Anna of the Naughty Boss, and I put it somewhere else because I was looking at it. She has a book with all these different tips and tricks for how to make your crochet cleaner. And I was trying to figure it out last night, but I ran out of time. And I was a little bit not sure which one is best for this type of pattern. Whoa. Because it's not in the round, but it is circular. So you'll see what I mean. We're going to start with our main color of yarn and make a slip knot here. If you're not familiar with the slip knot, I'm going to do it one more time. Just kind of there. And it's called a slip knot because you can adjust it very easily. And then insert your hook. Let me get a little closer. Don't get car sick. Here we go. Nice and smooth. Okay. We are going to start by chaining 7. And I do have my elbow sleeve on today because your girl is getting old and falling apart. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my first time using this yarn. And it looks like it's going to be splitty. This might be a regret. We'll see. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So if we're looking at our crochet here, this is the first chain. How do we feel about this yarn? Should I change yarn? It's a little hard to see because of all the variety. Okay. I'm nothing if not flexible, right? Let's switch it up. Choose a different color. I had linen pulled out. Where's my linen? Linen is always a classy color. Where'd it go? Let's choose a different one because my linen disappeared. Let's choose, give me a color. Somebody give me a color. Okay. How about, what color is a hamster? How about, you want to do like a little golden color? How about, now that one might still be hard to see. A little green hamster? Will that be cute? Let's do a little green hamster. Is this one? Oh, it doesn't have a rack label, so we don't know what it's called. I think it's I Love This Cotton. Do we have any suggestions yet? Pink, purple, pink. We used pink yesterday, which it is my favorite color. You know what? I have a purple. It's behind Gracie. Let's do purple. My least favorite color. But I do like this smoky purple if I was going to use any purple at all. This is about the only shade that I like. This is Brava yarn from We Crochet. And I can't remember what it's called exactly. Wow, that's a lot of hair. This looks exactly like a color that Hobby Lobby used to have that was discontinued. So when I found it, I was super pumped. It was called Lavender Smoke. And it was I Love This yarn, and they discontinued it forever ago. And this color was really popular when my Claire Bun beanies were blowing up. So people really seem to like it for wearables. But it is Brava from We Crochet. Let's start again. Okay, so sorry. Tan would have been cute, Chastity. We are going to make a slip knot. And then we are going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Single crochet in the second chain from hook. So this is the first one. This is the second one. That's where we're going to place our single crochet. I'm going to go in the back bump because that's my jam. The pattern does not say to do that. I'm used to it and I like it. So to find the back bump, I'm going to tilt this over so I can see the back of all my stitches. These little horizontal bars connecting the V's, that's the back bump. So we're going to skip the first back bump and go into the second back bump. Place our first single crochet. I yarn under. You can yarn over if you want to, whichever one tickles your fancy. Then we're going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are to the end of our chain. We're going to put 2 single crochets in that guy. Hi, North Carolina. We'll put 2 single crochets in here. 1 and 2. And that gets us to the other side of our work. We're going to go back down this side of the chain for 5 stitches. So the 2 that went into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I can't remember where because I stopped. Okay, 1 and this is 2. I took it out so I could see where it was. Now we have 5 single crochets back down the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. And then she says to join into, slip stitch into the first single crochet and chain 1. Perfect. Round 2, we're going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch right here where we just joined. I feel like Now I'm having to, okay, there. Okay, so 2 single crochets in the first stitch. Hello, Netherlands. Welcome, welcome. 1 and 2. Excellent. Then 1 single crochet in the next stitch. That's 3 total for anyone who's counting. And then we're going to do increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet all the way around. So an increase is just 2 single crochets in the same spot. That's 1 and that's 2. And that gives us 5. I got to try to count all my stitches too. And then we're going to go 1 in the next one, 2 in the next one, 2. And we're going to keep doing that all the way around, giving us a total of 18 stitches. Ava will love this. She loves lavender. 1 and 2. And then 1 and 2 in the next one. When I was little, I used to love, have you guys ever seen those toys that are like those little velvety mice and they come with like clothes and houses? They're very cute. This gives me those vibes. And I just want to make him a little tin bed and a little blanket, a little granny square blanket and a little Santa hat. And I just want to give him a little home. He was made with number 3 weight yarn, I believe. I love the stuff like that, especially when I was little. Okay, 1, I think we end with an increase. Maybe not. Let me see. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We do not end with an increase. So that is all of our stitches. And it looks like we should have 1 here, but that's probably just the join. And it just looks like a stitch. So we're going to go into the top of our first single crochet and join here. Yeah, calico critters. I think that's right, Christina. And that is where we're going to join and chain 1. Okay. That's round 2. For round 3, we are going to put 2. We're going to increase in the stitch right where we just joined. 1, 2. Beautiful. Now 1 in the next 2 stitches. So it's going to go increase, single crochet, increase, single, single, all the way around, giving us a total of 24 stitches. Hi, Toby. Make sure you grab the freebie. Mackenzie, if you see somebody come in, can you say hi and then their name and then tell them the URL for the freebie, which is the gumdrop one? It is only available during the time of this live, and I don't want anybody to miss out. So, Mackenzie, if you could greet people, that would be fantastic. Yesterday, some of the attendees were helping me. This is a great community. So, single, and then single in the next stitch, and then we're going to increase 1 and 2. What kind of yarn is everybody using? Single, single, and then increase. Hopefully you had lots of time to grab some this morning if you needed to change your mind like I did. Single, single, increase. I feel like this is looking a little holy compared to what I want. I probably should have went down a hook size, but I wasn't prepared to use Brava. I was prepared to use that splitty other yarn. Was that a single or an increase? It was an increase. Increase and then single, single, and then increase. Okay. Blanket yarn, velvet yarn. Ooh, I can't wait. Oh, okay. ASHYA. I really want to see that when you get it done. I bet that's going to be beautiful. Okay. Increase, single, single. Then we have an increase. I bet blanket yarn is really pretty. Sherpa yarn would be very pretty. I have some giant Sherpa yarn. That would be fun. Single, single. The only thing that gets a little tricky with the textured yarn is the little feet. And I made one yesterday. I should have brought it in here with me. Let me double check that this is 24. I'm not going to count out loud because I don't want to distract your counting. 10, 11. We could just have a screen counting competition. Now I got to restart. 2, 3, 4, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. I just kept picturing a bunch of crocheters trying to count out loud and then getting frustrated with one another and then screen counting all together in unison, but separately. That's what I was thinking. That's why I was giggling. What did you miss, Maddie? You didn't miss it. We are here. We are live. Okay, round 4. We are going to single crochet one time in each stitch all the way around, again for a total of 24 stitches. This time we're going in the back loop only because we want his little bottom to not see how rounded his head is, like nice and smooth and rounded, kind of peel shaped, but then the bottom is a little bit of a harsh like ledge a little bit. I mean, it's not perfect because he's still a little bit rounded. If we wanted it to be more shapely, we could put cardboard in his bottom, like a little oval piece of cardboard, and just pop it in. We could try that live if you wanted to. We could try it. Yay, you're welcome. Oh, Maddie, to get the freebie, you can go to acraftyconcept.com/gumdrop. That will be for today's ad-free PDF download. It is the Crafty Boho stocking. And then if you sign up to the email list, the VIP email list, you will get things like this in your inbox every morning. So definitely sign up to the email list so you do not miss out on all of those freebies. Okay, so maybe we will try a little cardboard situation just for funsies. That's what Crochetmas is all about. So we are going to single crochet one time in each stitch all the way around in the back loop only. We went over this yesterday because we did back loop for the Santa hat. So we are going to put our stitch, our hook. Normally we would go under both loops. Those 2 loops there that make a V, that's normally. Yay, you're welcome, Alma. Okay, so we're just going to go in the back loop, which is just the one furthest from you, furthest from your person. And that's where we're going to place our single crochet. So that's 1, 2. We're going to go all the way around for a total of 24 stitches. And that's going to create a little ledge. So his bottom kind of goes up drastically instead of slowly like his head will. Again, this pattern is by Crazy for Crochet Mama. Her name is Miranda. We have been crochet Instagram friends since the beginning of my journey. She made, oh, hide that banner. She made very cute, what was it that, I think it was teddy bear hats with faux fur yarn, right when faux fur yarn just came out. And she always says, oh, like mermaid things. All of her stuff is colorful, mermaid, beautiful things. Mackenzie, will you drop her Instagram for us? She is herself beautiful. She has her nose pierced. She probably influenced me to get my nose pierced. She seems like she would be so cool to hang out with in person. Way cooler than me. Like tattoos and rainbow stuff. Very, very cool. I love her to pieces. She's a very sweet, kind girl. Okay, I believe that's 24 because I believe that is our join. So I'm going to join into the top of my first single crochet. Don't talk to me, I'm counting. Oh, I love it. And chain 1. Now I want to show you my seam is going crooked. Anna of the Naughty Bots has a book. Mackenzie, if you want to grab a link to that too. I am wearing Mackenzie out this morning with all the links. I had it last night, and I think I left it on my kitchen table. I was going to show it to you guys. She has a book, and I think it has a tip to make this seam not so crooked. We're going to go with the tip that I gave yesterday, which was alternating where you put your first stitch. I've been putting them in the same spot as my join. The next time I will probably like smush it over and put it over here. And then my last stitch will go like right up next to the join right here. But I'm not going to do it on this row because this row is where we get our feet. Yeah, I could do it on this row. Okay, so for row 5, we're going to single crochet in the same stitch she said, and then the next stitch, which is 2 single crochets. But I'm not going to do the same. I'm going to go right here because I need to scoot it over. So instead of going where I've been going, I'm just going to go this next one here, and then that's going to change where I end. I'll show you when we get around. And I just yarned over that time. And then again in the next one, she said. That's 2. Now we are going to bobble stitch in the next stitch. Now yesterday I said, if you were here yesterday, you remember we turned before every bobble row, and that's why these bobbles are very poochy outy. These, can you tell that they're less poochy outy? I think I can tell. These are made on the wrong side, the wrong for bobbles. I'm going to show you. So to do a bobble stitch, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the stitch, grab our yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that 3 more times. So we're making like a little leg, and then we're going to do it 3 more times. Which one is that, Mackenzie? 2. Is that the book? 3 and 4. Can you just like reshare that comment and then say Anna's book, and then, yeah, put them in the same comment so people can, if they're looking back up, they can see what they are. It's very cute. Asha. I've got the reels created for that. It turned out very cute. I can't wait to show you guys. Okay, now we have 5 loops on our hook. Thank you, Mackenzie. And we're going to pull through all 5. And you're going to see, like, when we go into the single crochet, it wants to pooch out this way. This is the way it wants to go. We are going to make Asia? Like the land? Okay. Thank you for helping me. I'm so sorry. Deborah says she loves the idea of using tiny yarn to make a hamster that will fit inside a little box or tin with cozy accessories like the hat and blanket. Her granddaughter would go crazy for that. I would also when I was little, for sure. Okay, Asia. Try not to forget. Okay, so I'm going to place my single crochet in the next stitch. I'm going to keep it nice and tight. But before I complete it, I'm going to push my bobble to the side that I want it to be on. And it's not as bobblicious as I'd like for it to be, but it gets the job done. So I've got 1 single crochet after the bobble. So we need 7 total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to look at our bobble again. Okay. I'm going to holler at Ava to get her to bring something in here. You're gonna want to see it. Ava, will you bring me that furry hamster that doesn't have a face? The furry hamster that doesn't have a face. Can you bring me the furry hamster with no face and that black book that's on this table? I don't know. But if you can find it, that'd be very helpful. Okay. I made a hamster last night with some faux fur yarn, and I want to show you what I did because I had made the feet row. I chained and turned first, and then just single crocheted all the way, like did the row but facing the other direction. And when you're using the faux fur yarn, you can't tell. No, that's not what I did. I tried that. I used worsted weight yarn. So if Ava brings it to me, I'll show you. I'll show you what I did. But I had little worsted weight feet and a faux fur body. It looks very cute. I just didn't finish it. Now we're going to do a bobble stitch over here for our second foot. Thank you, my love. Thank you. She brought me Anna's book as well. This is Anna's book. We can try to take a peek in there and see if we can figure out, because I don't want him to have a little tippy on his head. I think Anna's book has a hack for that. So this one I made with the faux fur yarn, but I love this yarn linen for his little feet, and I didn't finish. Yes, that's the bottom. This is the top. But this is just another option for how to make them if you wanted another idea. So we're going to do a second bobble stitch here for his other foot. And we're just going to try to pooch it out in the direction we want it to go. 2, 3, and 4. Pull through all and then get it the direction we want it in. And there. Nice and tight, and that helps it pooch out good. Okay, then we got 1 single crochet. We're We're going to keep single crocheting until we get back to the beginning, and we should have a total of 24 stitches. And remember, I moved my starting single crochet, so my 24th stitch is going to be very, very close to my starting chain. So normally this is not where I would go. That's the join from the previous row, but I'm going to put a stitch in there this time. And that's going to put us at 24. And then I'm going to join to the top of my first stitch, which is all the way over here. I couldn't get my Caroline, you can watch the replay once it's over. That is the only option. I don't think you can rewind, but you might be able to. Okay, so that finishes row 5. For round 6, we're just going to single crochet 24, one time in each stitch all the way around. And then she calls for a color change. I'll let you guys tell me now in the comments, do you want a color change or should I make it solid purple? I'll let you tell me, and then we will do what you guys pick. Oh, you can rewind. Asia said you can rewind. That's helpful. Why is that? Okay. Make sure you get in both of the stitches around, like the one in the bobble and the one next to it. It can, where we pulled our yarn to make it nice and tight, it can get really tiny. So make sure that you saw it. I read Britt's comment. Make sure that you saw it. And Britt said she wants it solid purple. We are almost to the beginning. Oh, okay. 2 solids. Solid it is. Thanks, ladies. That'd be easier for me anyway. I was going to show the color change just in case anybody needed help with it. Color change. Yeah. I would do solid purple or a linen stripe. Okay. I kind of want to do it just so I can show how to do it, but it's still kind of, the way I do it isn't great. I mean, it's not bad. It's really not, I mean, it's not horrible. And if I wanted to, I could like try to cover that up with some linen yarn. I'm going to make mine solid because I just like the look of it. I think the solid ones look so cute. And they're cleaner because you can't see color changes on the side. But if you have this book or want to get it, or just follow Anna on social media as well, she does have a little, let me find it. She has a couple different, oh, this one's called a clean finish. And that's what I was wanting for to keep his little head from having a tippy. This, we might reference that here in a minute, but I wanted to show you so she has 3 different options for doing color changes. And I really like this one here. And I was trying to learn it, but I don't have time. This is the one I wanted to try though. But if you want to check out this book, Mackenzie shared a link for everybody. So we're going to join into the top of our first stitch and chain 1. We're going to keep this guy solid, but I will try to put some cardboard down in there before we do some stuffing to make his bottom a little bit more city-on-y. For round 7, 8, 9, and 10, we're just going to single crochet one time in each stitch all the way around. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 4 more rows, and I'm going to make little tallies to help me remember where I'm at. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 4 rows of 24. If you wanted to, you could do this in the round, but it might mess up where your feet line up. Your feet might not be 1, 2, 3, 4. They'd be a little kind of twisted. So I think that's why she did the join and chain method, which I prefer if it's going to have something like bobble feet. I do like that the feet are just bobbles and they're not made separately and then sewn on. Ooh, plastic canvas. I have some of that. Asia said that's perfect for making bases. I have some of that. I have some little squares that came in some crafting kits, but they're in Ava's craft closet and I'd have to dig them out. Let's see. Okay. Join into the top of our first stitch. That was 7. chain 1. We have 3 more rows just like that. I also think I'm going to start my first one all the way over here. So that means I'm going to end really close to the chain. I also think this would be a very pretty pattern if you had like striping yarn. Oh man, I didn't even do a center pull. Are you kidding? Fantastic. I think striping yarn could be really pretty for this pattern because we never turn our work. If you never turn your work, the stripes will look very pretty. So if somebody tries that, please let me know. I was going to do it, but the only thing that I had was like a dark brown, and I don't think that would show up on camera. Oh, I want to see. Asia said she used the plastic canvas to make a massive deer, and it was wonderful, and I want to see it real bad. If you've posted any pictures, I'm going to go, I need to know your Instagram so I can go find it. Okay, so my last one is going to go right in that join because I scooted over my first one to try to straighten up my seam a little bit. Join into the top, chain 1. Okay, that's 8. We have 2 more of those. 2 more. ATO crochet. Perfect. I will not forget. Actually, I'm going to write it down. ATO crochet. Perfect. Santa hats would be precious, Vanessa. Are you chaining every time you begin a new round? I am. Sorry, Chastity. I am chaining every time. Join to the top and then chain 1. That way you can get a little leap up to your next row. Okay. I think that should be 24. Join into the top of our first stitch and chain 1. There you go. Look how cute. Little guy. Oh, little guy. So cute. Okay. So that's 9. We have 1 more. And then we are going to, it says to add your button nose. If you're going to do a safety button nose, I'm going to jump over here again just for the sake of my seam, which means I'm going to end very close to my starting chain. That's the best way that I know to keep your seam from getting funky. If we were chaining and turning after each row, the seam would be straighter. It's just if you work in the round, it goes the way the yarn pulls. Okay, almost. And we got 1 more after that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I got to squeeze 1 in there because I scooted over. Vanessa, you can use any yarn and hook combo that you want. And we did talk about that at the beginning. So if you want, when you catch the replay, you'll be able to see. But I showed a bunch of different options with yarn and hook combos. Joining to the top of the first one, chain 1. This is a perfect pattern for using up your scraps or small skeins of yarn that you've been keeping a hold of and you don't know what to do with them. This is the perfect pattern for that. Okay, look how cute. So now the pattern says add, let's see, we did 10, round 11. Okay, round 11 is where we're going to add our hands. So we did our feet and our belly, and now we're going to add our hands. So we are going to single crochet in the same stitch and the next 2. So we're going to single crochet 3 times. Oh, Alma said this book would be a great Christmas gift. It absolutely would. It absolutely would. I like that I don't have to go scouring the internet and have to know the correct way to type in what it is I'm looking for because I can just go to that book. She gifted it to me and I love it. I've met Anna a couple times too because we did the crochet retreats together. She is a peach. Okay, single crocheted 3 times. Now I'm going to do a bobble stitch for my first little hand. And if for some reason yours is not lining up, just change however many starting single crochets you do. Like if you need to do 2 or 4, that's fine. Just as long as you've got 24 in your row, you'll be fine. Well, okay, so Christina, it's not technically in the round because I'm joining and chaining after each time. If I wasn't joining and chaining, I would for sure need a stitch marker. And the reason I'm not doing it in the round is because I think it would make the feet not in a row. They would look very conky-wampus. That's my theory. I haven't tested it. So we're going to do a bobble stitch in the next space here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Should have done the center pull. I didn't know that I didn't. Now we are going to pull through all of those, and I'm already trying to push it to where it will want to go the way I want it to go instead of the way it wants to go. And then we're going to go right into the next stitch for our single crochet. We should need 7 stitches in between the feet, the hands, because that's what we did for the feet. So there you go, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's take a look. Making sure our feet are lining up with one another. Looking good. Okay. Bobble stitch in the next space. I'm a little worried that my feet are, yeah, they're fine. They're lining up. Almost looks like a little coffee table. Okay. Bobble stitch in the next spot. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull through all, and then we're going to single crochet until we get to 24 stitches. And we're going to try to force that bobble to do what we want it to do. There you go. This song's a little louder than the other ones. Hi, Kim. Do, 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 do. Okay. And yes, 24. Okay, join into the top of our first single crochet and chain 1. I'm going to go grab, I think I have a piece of poster board that I can use. Be a little easier to cut than cardboard would. I'm still here. I'm still here. I just disappeared for a second. I'm going to try to just eyeball a little oval. Let's see. A little ovular shape. And I'm going to cut it out and put it in his little bottom. Okay. To try to create like a little bit more of a ledge between the faux fur, the polyfill and the bottom of the butt. So it's not so round. So give it a little bit more structure down there. Just to experiment. See how it does. Nothing like a live experiment that could embarrass you on the internet if it doesn't work. Okay. Let's go back to the other. This is my little oval. Wasn't planning on doing this, so we'll see how it goes. Worst case, we can take it back out. Easy. Kind of pop that thing in there. Might be a little too big. Might have to cut it back down. Let's see. Kind of feeling it. Okay. Yeah. I think cardboard or the plastic canvas would work better. I'm trying to push it in there so the lip is on the edge of the poster board. The lip of the back loop only. There. Okay. It doesn't really want to stay. That's why the canvas would probably be way better. But we're going to just, if it's awful, we'll take it out. No problem. It'll be fun to try. Okay. Now, that was row 11. I'm going to go ahead and do my little tally. 12 and 13 is just one single crochet in each stitch all the way around. When Miranda posted this pattern on my blog, she made one that was fully striped with like 5 or 6 colors, like all rainbow. Gorgeous. It's on the blog post if you want to check it out. It's very pretty. After these 2 rows, I think it's time to add the safety eyes. So I'm going to go jump in my closet and get them. It'll just take a second. Going around for 24. That would be awesome if I was using the canvas. Asia said she uses the beginning tail to secure in the canvas. That would be perfect. Because the canvas it's wholly, it's like a grid, like a plastic grid. It would be perfect for this. Okay, yeah, I started my first one there. So that should be 24. And chain 1. Here I am. I'm so sorry. Okay. And one more for row 13. I'm going to jump ahead over here. So my last one needs to be squished. 3, 4. I don't know if I want to keep that cardboard there. I feel like he's got a weird little shape down there now. I don't know. I'm going to do it anyway. We're just going to see how it ends. For science. Thanks, Mackenzie. Mackenzie dropped the link to the blog post if you want to check it out so you can see the beautiful rainbow one she made. That one's my favorite. It's Ava's favorite too. I think she took it. And my last one will be all the way in this little join area because I scooted it over. Get in there. Okay. For sure, Sharon. She said cardboard couldn't get wet and yucky, and the plastic canvas would not. Absolutely, for sure. Okay, joining to the top and chain 1. That is 13. Okay. So she says to add a safety button nose in the center of round 12 and 13. So the last 2 rows that we just did, if you had a safety button nose, to add it there. I do not have one this tiny. The one that I have is quite big. It would not look good on this. And she said, or stitch a mouth and nose by making a T shape, which is what I did here. Oh, but it's a Y. Maybe a T would have been cuter. Could go either way. Also, I don't like that I used worsted weight. I should have used my thread that I have, like for making friendship bracelets, embroidery thread. Okay, so for row 14, we're going to start our decreases. We are going to decrease to make the top of the head rounded. So for row 14, we start with a single crochet and then a decrease. So we're going to single crochet in the first stitch where we just joined. And then we're going to decrease over the next 2 stitches. And I'm going to show you how I do my single crochet decreases. I'm going to go, this is good because yesterday we were using the faux fur, so I didn't do for the palm. I didn't do my good decreases. I just did simple decreases because you can't see it because it's faux fur. Today I'm going to show you, I don't know if it's called the invisible decrease. I don't know. His bottom is very shapely. Looks like he's got some hips. It'll be fine once I stuff it with some polyfilm. So I think this is called the invisible decrease. I don't know, but it looks a lot better in my experience for amigurumi things. We're going to insert our hook into the front loop only of the first stitch. Okay, not the back loop, but the front loop. Then we're going to whip it around and pick up the front loop of the second stitch. So I've got both of the front loops on my stitch of the 2 stitches that I'm doing my decrease over. That's where I'm going to place my single crochet. And what was 2 is now 1. And it's through the front loops, an invisible decrease. So we are going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. And then we're going to single crochet decrease again. So front loop of the first one. And I'm going in from under like this. I'm going up into it. Whip it around. Pick up the front loop of the next one. Single crochet. That's my decrease. And then 2 more. 1 and 2. And we're going to decrease again. We're going to do this all the way around. Two single crochets. And then decrease. Boop. Two single crochets, 1 and 2, and then a decrease. Yes, that is called the invisible decrease. Perfect. Two single crochets and then a decrease. It's probably in Anna's book too. And then two single crochets. Actually, let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yes, so I'm ending with just one single crochet, not two. Just the one. Because if I did one more, I would have 19. That is where I end too, because that's the join. So we're going to join into the top of the first single crochet. And then chain 1. Caroline, I'm not sure. Looks like the brainstorm of yesterday's live is ahead. Tree. Okay. I haven't got to look at the poll yet. Also, I didn't know that it showed you guys the results. That's cool. That's a new thing that Flowdesk just added in the email service provider that I use. So I will check that out as soon as this live is over and go see what's happening over there. Okay. Look how cute. Also, if you were fancy with your color changes, if you did like graph type things on the regular, how cute would it be if you just made like a white belly that was like a little arched white belly, or even like a little patch on the back? It'd be super cute. You could turn this animal into anything that you wanted. Pointy ears for a cat, add some whiskers. You could make a little scalloped border like separately and sew it on and make it look like a lion. Like you could turn this into anything that you wanted to. Get creative and then give Miranda the credit for the base of the body, because she killed it with this one for sure. Okay, now we're on round 15, but she said place the safety eyes or felt eyes in between rounds 13 and 14. So I was gonna go get my safety eyes, but let's just do puff paint. Let's do puff paint. Let's do safety eyes. Let's do safety eyes. So I'm going to go grab them. I'm going to just leave this here real quick. I'm going to go grab some safety eyes from my closet. That way anybody can get caught up if they're not. Okay. Also, these keychains is what I would use if I was going to make it a keychain. Get a bead, the bead kind that you like put it in and then pop it down, put it through there and put it through the thing. It would be very cute. Very cute indeed. Here are my safety eyes, and I somehow mixed the sizes together, which is not ideal, but I believe these ones maybe go together. Are these the same size? Yes. No. That one looks smaller. Let's see. Well, that one's got extra plastic in it. What's this one? Oh, see if we can pick out two that are the... Okay, I feel like that one in the middle was bigger. We're going to go with these guys. Perfect. I've also seen where people on Instagram, they add a little bit of white yarn around the plastic. It looks so good. I was going to try it, and I just got... it was late. I was tired. Been a long day. But if you are familiar with that technique, if amigurumi's your thing and your friend, you could add the white and it will look so like it raises the quality by so much. I don't know. I think they just kind of shove it around. I don't know. It's very cute though. But I've also seen people put a little blush on the cheeks if it was the light colored hamster. It'd be very cute. Okay, we're gonna pop in these eyes between rows 13 and 14. So this is 13 and this is 14. So we're going to go between the rows. Let's Pop one there. Let's see. There's an eye tutorial I watched last week. Super easy and helps the eyes be more defined. Ooh, with safety eyes. Chastity, if you don't have Gmail, you probably don't have the promotions folder. Check your spam and junk. You might have two different ones. One spam, one junk. Okay, it was by SOIM. Okay, very cool. All right, so there is one possible placement of the button eyes. These ones are really, yeah, these ones are further apart. Let's see if I can't scoot them over. But then it's like almost right on top of his little hands. But I like the wide look. I think that's really cute. Let's see. Boop and boop. Okay. How's this one? Why is, okay, maybe this one is supposed to be here. Maybe that's the issue. Okay. Yeah, Chastity, hopefully Hannah will get to you today. I sent it to her this morning, so hopefully she'll get to it. Okay. Yes. I think that's what the placement I want to go with. So I'm going to add the backs. They do make tools for this if your fingers are not able to smush these together. I'm pretty sure. Now look, I'm going to cover up my actual stitch. You know what? I'm not going to push those on until after I do the next round because I'm covering up my stitch and I don't want it to, so I didn't push it in all the way. It's kind of loose. And I'm not going to do the next one until I do the next round, and then I'll add the backs. So round 15, we're just going to single crochet one time in each stitch for a total of 18 stitches. Very easy. And then I will add the back to my second eye. So I was saying, I think Donna of 3 a.m. Grace Designs makes and sells the little tools to help you push in your safety eyes if your hands can't do it. Some safety eyes are harder to push in than others. Hopefully you're able to do it. But if you do struggle, there are little pushing tools that can be helpful. I have one somewhere. She gave me one. It's in my closet with all my things. These ones are pretty easy to pop in, though. If I was making tons of amigurumi, I would probably use the tool. You don't want to hurt your hands. Okay. Boom. Join into the top. Sorry, got carried away. Join into the top of our first single crochet, then chain one. Boom. Okay. Now I'm going to pop in my second back piece here. And then move to round 16. Make sure that one's in all the way. And I think we are to have started stuffing already. So I'm going to grab some stuffing. Kind of pull it apart a little bit to give it some life, I guess. And then I really thought we were only 45 minutes in. I didn't realize we were already at an hour. This was supposed to be my fast one, and I've just been chatting it up. Okay, let's stuff these guys in here. Ding, 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 ding. Get in there. Just a little bit at a time. See how we like the base down there. I do like this polyfill. It seems luxurious. Does anybody ever order off Temu for their crochet stuff? I stay away from Temu personally. Donna's tool is awesome. Okay. There. Now for the next round, we have another decrease, and this time we do decrease, single, down to 12 stitches. So we're going to start with a single crochet. and then a decrease. Okay, and then a single crochet, not here, single crochet, and then a decrease, and single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, oop, decrease, almost done. I'm not going to be able to look in Anna's book for the tip on how to close it better. I'm just going to close it the way I close it, which means it's going to have a little tippy. Maybe I can just wing it and close it a little bit better. Okay, decrease, join into the top of our first single crochet and chain one. She said, finish your stuffing if you need to. I am a chronic overstuffer. I cannot help it. Okay, so next for round 17, we are going to just decrease all the way around, getting us down to 6, I think. Maybe if I just closed it from here, it wouldn't be such a pointy. I could try it. Then it'd be a little bit of a smaller. I'm just going to do what she says to do. Okay. We're going to decrease all the way around in every 2 stitches. I think we're going from 12 to 6 if our counts are correct. But also it doesn't truly matter that big of a deal. If I'm off by a little bit, it's still the shape of a hamster, so it's no problem. And decrease. And a decrease. Wait. Can get a little difficult the tighter your circle gets. Let's do, so I am supposed to do all the way around, but I think I'm going to do another experiment and not do the last one. Yeah, I'm going to not do this last one, and I'm going to tie off, and I'm going to try to not have such a little tippy. See, it's got, well, that one's not as bad as this one. Super tippy. But if I put a Santa hat on it, you wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, now we're going to cut our yarn. If you want to follow the pattern, do one more decrease. I'm going to not do that. I'm going to see if I can make this not such a pointed little thing. Cut my yarn, giving myself plenty of tail for sewing in. Here's what we got for the bottom, like with my little cardboard down there. I like it. You can't see it from both angles at the same time, but I like it. And I normally would slip stitch and pull off, but I think I'm just going to pull this out this way instead. I'm going to see if I can't close this up better than normal. Now I'm going to grab a, what is it, tapestry needle? I had one. Ooh, Dr. Pepper. Yeah. I think they're all in my closet because I crochet into the nighttime in my closet while Gabe sleeps. And I don't want to wake him up. And I'm watching Elementary at the same time. So I think I'm going to put a chair in there. It's a decent sized closet. Okay, which of these do we want to use? These are all my dull ones. I like sharper one. Oh, there's a sharp one. That's very long. There's a sharp one. Let's do this. Oh, let's do this. No, too skinty. Let's do that one. I love this little container. It's like a little bullet. I love it for holding my tapestry needles. Again, Clover. They gifted me a lot of stuff at the beginning of my business journey. Okay. The eyes are secured in there, Samantha. They are nice and secure. Okay, so we're going to use my tapestry needle here to close up the head. Now, I go under the front loop of each stitch and pull it through. under the front loop, pull through. I think it's still going to make like a nipple, a little tippy. Okay, let's see. And then if you pull it, it will close up kind of like a magic circle. It's not too bad. I'm going to go under this guy, but then down, further down the head. Trying to close it off securely, but not leave a little. That's pretty good. I'm going to have to rewatch it to know what I did. I did leave off the last decrease, and then I pulled all the way through instead of doing a slip stitch, and then just lifted each front loop only and closed her up. Seemed to work pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. I like it. Now I'm just going to continue sewing in this tail a few times so it's nice and secure. I like to try to go over where I've already been when I can so that it's getting all knotted up in between the stitches. When I can, I haven't had a chance. I just go with the flow. I go from back to front in front loop instead of front to back. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I'll have to try that next time if I can remember. My brain is not very remembery. Hi, Megan. Thank you. Megan, if you're just now joining us, make sure you grab your freebie because it will disappear as soon as the live is over. Anybody who joined late. Mackenzie, you can pop up that banner if you want to. It's the gumdrop one. Okay, so I've secured this, and now I'm just going. It should be pretty good. It's in there. Now I'm going to put my needle into the body. Thank you, Mackenzie, and pop it out on the side. When I first started crocheting, this right here blew my mind. Where amigurumi people would just pull this tail like this, pull it kind of taut, and then when you cut it, it disappears into the body. I didn't know what was happening when I first started. It was magic to me. Okay, look at our little guy. He looks like a little potato. Isn't that a thing? The little crocheted potato, positive potato maybe. Very neat is what he looks like. If you used potato colored yarn, you'd be in good shape. Look at his little, oh, you can also put weight on his bottom. Now it's not perfect because he's my oval isn't perfect. But I think it works. I mean, I could practice and make it better because he's kind of poochy outy. I guess I could kind of smush it because it is just poster board. I love it. I want to give him a little hug. Okay, let's do his ears real quick. We're going to, I'm going to cut this yarn because I don't like that it's, and I could have just went from the center pull now, but I'm not fooling with the yarn vom. I'm not doing it. So we are going to make the ears, and they're really simple. These are for the hamster ears. There is a modification for bunny ears if you wanted to do bunny ears. We are going to make a slip knot. And then we are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to 6 half double crochets in the second chain from hook. So this is the first chain. This is the second one from the hook. Yarn over or under, whatever tickles your fancy. Go into the first chain, grab your yarn, pull up a loop, grab your yarn, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. That is your half double crochet. Hi, Laura. 2. I'm going to do that for 6 times. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And we're going to slip stitch across. So 6 slip stitches across, 1 in each of our 6 half double crochet. So to do a slip stitch, you insert your hook, grab your yarn, pull through the stitch, pull through the loop. Boom. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The reason for the slip stitch is structuring the ear so it's not so floppy woppy. Okay, that's our first ear. Now we can fasten off, but make sure you leave a tail long enough to sew it onto your little guy. I was going to use this yarn for both ears, but now I'm worried. So to fasten off, I'm just going to pull through the loop on my hook and pull it all the way through like that. Boom. This is the tail we will use to attach to our body. This tail needs sewn in. Let's see if I have enough yarn left here to do it this one. Should be. So again, I'm going to make that a little bit. Give myself enough room to sew it in. Okay. Chain 2, 6 half double crochets into that first one. 1, 2, 3. You're welcome, Kim. Thank you for being here. 5 and 6. Okay. Chain 1, turn our work. 6 slip stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Excellent. Now we can tie off. We don't have to cut it because it's already cut. Oh, it's very small. I think we can make it work though. Okay, I'm going to sew in the first tail. And I also use this up as an opportunity to kind of make the ear a little bit more shapely. Good morning, North Carolina. Okay, so I'm going to go kind of up in these stitches a little bit. And then there we go. Kind of pull it taut. I don't want, which that is going to be smushed against the bottom of the head, so you probably won't see it anyway. I don't like that I want it to be there, but I'm not going to fool with it because I might mess it up if I did. So I'm just gonna go back this way. Yes. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to go just in the middle and I'll cut it off from there. Ugh, I don't love that, but it will be smushed against the head. You won't be able to see it. Boop. And do that for my other ear. And I use push pins to help me line up my ears on the head. And I left my push pins in my closet, but I will go get my other push pins. They're right next to me. I know that this, ooh, Laura, I'm glad you like it. This pattern is by Miranda of Crazy for Crochet Mama. She is an excellent designer. Did you see how I just kind of grabbed it that time? The little part that was bothering me. I think that worked well. Okay. Cut that off. And grab 2 or 4, I guess, push pins. These are the push pins that I've been using to block my pillows that I've been working on. Oh, yeah, Samantha, this one does have a bent end. Oh, Megan overslept. It's okay, girl. Glad you could join us. Don't forget to grab your freebie. Okay. I like for them to all be the same. Not necessary, but I'm going to do it. So grab some push pins. Sorry, little guy. Acupuncture. Okay. Now we're going to attach our ears to his little head. So I just use the rows to help me line up where I want them to go. I want the end of the ear to go here on this row. So I'm going to go through the end and then where I want it to be. And then I can adjust the other end accordingly. So I can line it up. Which way? Yeah. I believe the slip stitches came out on this side. I'm trying to decide which side of the ear I want to be the front. I think that one. Okay. And so I want it to be straight down in line with the side of the body. So grab my, let's see, how about this guy? It's a little difficult to do stretched out on my table. Okay. Boop. If you made bigger circles, it could look like a little mouse. If you made it really big, you could just, instead of doing slip stitches, chain 1 and turn, and then increase with 2 half double crochets in each stitch all the way around, give you 12, and then chain 1, turn, and slip stitch back down 12 instead of 6. Might make mouse ears. I don't know. It might be too fanned out. We'd have to try it and see, but that might work. You can turn these into so many different things. Okay. That's where we're going to put it. And then usually I line up my second one before I start sewing it on. Couldn't find my push pins. Before I start sewing it on. But I'm a little bit worried that I will end up moving it. Making sure my ears are facing the same direction and one isn't forward and one isn't backwards. Like making sure they're both the same direction and lining them up. Push pins really help with lining up amigurumi pieces. Now the next ear stops like, let's see. I have to go from the back. Maybe that one. Nope. Yes. Yes, it is. That one's just way up high. Okay. So I'm trying to line them up with the rows here. So that one is in this crack. And that one is not. That one is in the previous crack. It's a little stretched. Okay, we got the approximate, and then I'm going to start sewing it on, and I will make adjustments accordingly. So using my tapestry needle, I'm a little worried that, me too, Megan, and also Laura, me too, was stabbing them with the push pins. It's acupuncture. Bougie people get acupuncture. It's no problem. Okay, I would like to try it, but I'm also a little scared. Okay, so we are going to go into the head like this and then out the back. And then I'm going to go into the ear. Mackenzie, can you remove that banner again for me? So pull it through. Making sure you can see what I got going on. There. And I'm going to move my push pin. And I'm going to come back through the ear this time. So when I'm in the back, I will come through the ear. When I'm in the front, I'm going to go through the body. So again, through the body to the back of the body. And then next one will be back through the ear. Trying to keep him straight-ish along the way. Okay. Probably won't do both on camera because of time. But I will do the other one off camera and then share it on Instagram immediately as soon as this is over. This is how I will be doing it for both of them. And I think I will use puff paint, pink puff paint for his little nose just because it's easier. But you can also embroider the nose. I think, yes, the Bitty Kitty bag shows how to embroider a triangular nose. So if you need to see that, there's a video here on YouTube for the Bitty Kitty bag. If you need to see that. If you made his ears bigger and added a little trunk, you got yourself an elephant. So cute. Oh, does anybody remember when the elephant rugs went viral in like 2016, 2017 maybe? I do not know the size of the eyes, Caroline. I'm really sorry. I just have a random drawer of, a drawer of random sizes. I just made sure that I had 2 that matched. I mean, it's almost the size, it's a little bit smaller than a pencil eraser, if that helps. Okay. Okay. Oh, you could give them earrings. Could put a little gold jump ring thing on there and make her look like she's got earrings. If she's festive, be cute. I look so funny from the side. Look at this. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, look at it. So cute. Okay, I will do the other one off camera because this was supposed to be my fast live, and it's not my fast one. I don't know if we'll have any fast ones this year. I feel like maybe I should do one more. No, I don't. So I gotta do one more. No, they're not 12, Rhonda, or whoever it was. Yeah, Rhonda, they're not 12 because 12 millimeters, these ones are 12. These ones are 12. Because I use those in my Ava bunnies. I think they're 12 that I use. So these should be, I don't know, like 6? 6 maybe? I think those are 12. They might be 15 now that I say that out loud. These are from Hobby Lobby. So if anybody knows what the ones from Hobby Lobby are, the Hobby Lobby in the doll making section. Okay, so now I can knot this guy back here for security purposes. And then hide the tail within the body. And then do the rest of it off camera and post it on Instagram. Well, Lord. My yarn is getting twisted and then it's not wanting to work properly. Okay. Down in the body, out the body. Pull it nice and tight. Okay. Boop. Oh, I love it. You can absolutely see how it's going to look once it's finished. I'm sorry I'm not finishing it, but you have all the instructions that you need. I just don't want to keep you guys here for 600 hours, but I will do the rest of it off camera, I promise. Okay, let's plop around. Okay, there's our little hamster guy from Crazy for Crochet Mama. Her name is Miranda. She is a peach, a gem, a sweet, sweet girl. Oh, so she said the pattern called for 14 millimeter, which is probably this size because that's the one she gave me. So let's compare them, see if that helps for my friends, my visual friends. She said hers were 14. I really think they're like 6, if I had to guess. I'm sorry, I don't know for sure. I wish I did. I wish I just could remember everything so good. All right, friends, that is everything for Crochetmas Day 2. Thank you for joining me and hanging out and asking questions and having conversations with one another. Thank you for setting your alarms, showing up live. Megan, I'm looking at you. I'm just kidding. It was really tough for me. The only reason I was able to manage this morning, and you're like, Ashley, it's 10 o'clock. You should get up. I know, but I got up at 8:30 because I put on makeup. And the only reason I was able to do it with ease this morning was, 1, I was excited, but 2, the sun was poking out. I saw the sunshine. The sunshine is out today. It is not cloudy. It's blue. I can see the sky. I can see the sun. It's 0 degrees, not 0, but it's like in the 20s. Too freaking cold, but I can look at it from a window. So I was able to see the sun this morning, and that's what helped me wake up all the way. I did still use my lights because it was very blue in here, and I have lights that kind of warm it up a little bit. So hopefully the lighting was still okay and you were able to see everything. Tomorrow, we will be going live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 p.m. It is going to be pitch black dark outside. I have 2 new lights that I bought just for Crochetmas. They're fairly nice. Like, I didn't get the cheapest ones I could find. Hopefully they do the trick. I also will be using my overhead lights. So bear with me tomorrow for the lighting. Quick reminder to check your inbox for the poll so we can decide what we're going to do on December 9th. There's a poll in your inbox if you are on the VIP list. You can vote for December 9th because we might be changing the schedule up If you are not on the VIP list, you can go to craftyconcept.com/Crochetmas and get yourself signed up. Also, before we end this live, you need to go to craftyconcept.com/gumdrop to get the free Crafty Boho Stocking ad-free PDF. It's a $3 or $5 pattern. I think it's just $3 in my shop that I'm gifting to you as a thank you for showing up live. After this live is over, that will no longer work at all. So grab it now before I'm done chitty-chatting. Another thing, this was the freebie that came with today's pattern in your inbox. We got 2 versions. I'm hoping to go color one of these later. It'd be fun. Mackenzie's like, you don't have time to color it. You need to work on the content calendar. I know, Mackenzie. I know. I'm going to. But sometimes you just got to color. It's for work. I can share a picture of it. It's for work. It's business. Yesterday we did wrap labels. Tomorrow's freebie is, I believe, the Gracie Doll adoption certificate. If you don't have that yet, tomorrow we will be making the Gracie Doll Santa dress. I love this. It is the Gracie Doll dress with faux fur trim to make her look super festive. I didn't make her any shoes to go with it, but you absolutely could just add some faux fur trim around little red shoes, and it would be, she's so Santa-rific. She's Santa-rific. She's ready for Christmas. I think that is everything that I have for preparing us for tomorrow. Make sure you check your inbox. It should be around 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for your freebie and any other information that I have to put in there. Be sure to be using the hashtag CROCHETmas2024 if you post any pictures, so we can all share with each other's projects and see what each other's making, see the different yarn choices that you guys chose for your little hamsters. We all need to go follow Miranda, Crazy for Crochet Mama. I believe Mackenzie grabbed her Instagram URL. Asia, you can vote in the in your inbox if you're on the Crochetmas VIP list. If you're not on the VIP list, you won't get the option to vote because that one already went out this morning. Lila, if you were already on the email list, check your spam and junk and promotions folders because they went out yesterday morning around 6 a.m. If you search Crochetmas for like the subject line, it should say something about Crochetmas in there. Caroline just grabbed the stocking pattern and it's going to be perfect for the hat. It absolutely is. The slippers also match. A lot of my patterns, Crafty Boho something, they all match. I am obsessed with the bobble stitch. Okay, friends, go grab that freebie before it is over because it is coming to an end. It is coming to an end right now. This is the last opportunity. Go grab it. Save it to your device. Do not save the link. The link will no longer work. Download the physical PDF, the physical digital PDF to your device. And I will see you tomorrow night. It's going to be a long time. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to make a Gracie Doll holiday dress. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you over on Instagram. Bye for now.